From our family to yours, we promise the best quality in our Scott Farm sweet potato products.
Whether served as healthy wedges or crunchy chips, we take pride in serving our community and our country.
Locally grown and hand-picked, our chips provide the perfect choice for your game day snacks.
Whether hitting a home run or cheering on the sidelines, our products ensure a healthy snack nearly everyone will enjoy.
You're always safe at home with Scott Farm.
And welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. Doug Page along with you here as we get set for game number 2 of our doubleheader here this evening between the Wilson Tobs and the Martinsville Mustangs. As the Tobs picked up a 3-0 shutout victory against the Mustangs in game number 1, as the Tobs improved to 6-0 in the second half of play, and the Mustangs falling to 5-4 in the second half of play. Give you a look here at some of the out-of-town scores before we get to the starting lineups here for game number 2. Top of the 4th inning, Edenton has a 4-0 lead against Morehead City. Top of the first inning, they're looking to still get underway in Florence. I know some weather was moving through Florence earlier. Also, looks like no start yet between Forest City and High Point Thomasville. Bottom of the 3rd inning, Asheboro leads Gastonia 1-0. Bottom of the 4th inning, Lexington County leads Macon by a score of 2-0. Bottom of the 3rd, Peninsula leads Fayetteville 2-0. And already postponed from this evening, Wilmington and Holly Springs not able to get underway. So as we get set here for game number 2 of our doubleheader, give you a look here at the starting lineups first for the visiting Martinsville Mustangs, as they are coached by Kevin Soini out of Murray State College. Chase Dawson leads things off. He plays at second base. Batting second, the designated hitter, number 7, Cross Factor. Batting third in left field, number 33, Romero Harris. Batting fourth, the first baseman, number 24, Josh Falk. Batting fifth, the center fielder, number 5, Parker Chavers. Batting sixth, the right fielder, number 15, Bobby Morganson. Batting seventh, the catcher, number 10, Nick Ciandro. Batting eighth, it's the third baseman, number 2, Sage Brule. And batting ninth, it's the shortstop, number 12, Jake Lorenzini. As getting the start here in game number 2 tonight for the Mustangs will be number 49, as it'll be Michael Byrne, a sophomore out of San Jacinto College from Highland Heights, Ohio. Numbers on the season for Byrne, as this will be his 4th appearance of the season, his 3rd start. He is 1-1, has worked 7 1/3 innings, has allowed 7 runs, 6 of those earned off 6 hits, has walked 8 batters, struck out 8 batters, a 7.36 ERA, but does have 9.82 strikeouts per 9 innings. Give you a look here at the Tobs defensively, as out in left field you have Caleb Dean, Brenton Doyle out in center. Carson Freeman is out in right. Over at third, it's Drew Brooks. At short, it's Matt McCourt. Over at second, Jacob Nestor. Over at first, Ben Fazo. And getting the start behind the plate, it'll be Jacob Sharon. And then getting the start here for the Tobs in game number 2, it'll be number 21, as it'll be Gary Watkins, the junior right-hander from Missouri Baptist out of Big Spring, Texas. Numbers on the season for Gary Watkins. Watkins on the season, a 2.25 ERA. He has a 2-0 record. This will be his 6th appearance of the season. His first start, he has worked 12 innings, has allowed 10 hits, 4 runs, 3 of those earned, has struck out 7 batters while walking 2. And again, he will face Dawson, Factor, and Harris to get things going here in the top of the first inning of game number 2. Again, the Tobs picked up a 3-0 win in game number 1 behind the offensive power of an RBI single from Caleb Dean, and then a 2 RBI double from Shumway Christopher. Is that RBI single from Dean coming in the 2nd inning, the 2 RBI double from Christopher coming in the 4th inning. As Watkins finishes his warm-up tosses here, Sharon makes the toss down to second. And we will be good to go. And stepping in will be Chase Dawson. Went 1 for 3 in game number 1 with a single. That came in the 1st first inning off the first pitch of the game from our starter, Sean Dealby, in game number 1. And so Dawson will step into the left-handed batter's box. And so now we're getting ready to go.
Leading off for the Mustangs, wearing number 8, from Valpo, Chase Dawson.
Dawson out of Valparaiso. Steps in. Watkins ready to go. And our first pitch of game number 2 will be delivered at 8:02, and it's a foul ball down the left field line. So the count will start off 0-1. So both games, Chase Dawson has started off by offering at the first pitch. Sharon will go through the signs here. Sets a blow and away the pitch. That one came inside. A high chopper. Brooks gloves it. Has to make the throw. The scoop at first by Fazo. And that's a snow cone for the first out. Nice job there by Ben Fazo. Able to help his third baseman, Drew Brooks. And there's one away. So that'll bring up Cross Factor, the designated hitter. We did not see Factor in game number 1. He is a freshman just finishing up his first season at Oklahoma State from Yukon, Oklahoma. For Cross Factor on the season, a .247 batting average takes this one outside for a ball. He is 22 for 89 at the plate, 9 runs scored, 5 doubles, a triple, 2 home runs, 11 RBIs, 21 strikeouts, 2 11 walks. Now the 1-0 pitch. That one's a chopper towards the first baseline. Fazo gloves it. It came up high, but he's able to make his way over to the bag. And there's 2 outs. 3 unassisted there. So that'll bring up Romero Harris. We saw him pinch hit in the top of the 7th inning for the Mustangs. Harris out of Indiana State. On the season, Harris batting .222. Does have 2 RBIs on the season, 1 double, 14 hits, 16 strikeouts to 1 walk. First pitch here, going to be right down the middle for a called strike. First start of the season for Gary Watkins. Trying to keep this winning streak alive for the Tobs. Able to pick up their 6th win of the second half with the game number 1 victory. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That was a breaking ball. Harris thought about offering at it, but it was left up high in the zone. Sharon will go through the signs. Watkins agrees. Gets set here on the mound. And delivers. And that one, again, misses up in the zone. So the count 2-1. 2 away here in the top of the first inning. No score. Watkins delivers, and that one's in the dirt. Good scoop there by Sharon, but the count now 3-1. Here's the 3-1 pitch, and that one misses up in the zone. So good job there by Romero Harris as he's able to work just his 2nd walk of the season. It comes here with 2 outs. The Mustangs a runner. So that'll bring up Josh Falk, the first baseman Falk went 0 for 3 in game number 1 with a ground out and a pair of flyouts. We're going to lead over at first. Watkins sets on the mound and delivers here, and that one's going to miss low. For Romero Harris, he has attempted 1 stolen base on the season. He was caught stealing. He's being held on by Ben Fazo. Sharon gives the signs. Sets up outside the offering. That's in there for a called strike. That'll even up. So the count, a ball and a strike. Harris worked the 2-out walk. Falk, the number 4 batter in the lineup for Martinsville. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. And that one is going to miss. Sharon trying to frame it on the outer half of the plate. Couldn't get the call. Now they set up on the inner half here. Harris with a lead. Pitch, that one giving a ride to left, and that one is going to be out of here. A 2-run shot for Josh Falk, the first baseman for the Mustangs. And that was a no-doubter, so that will give Martinsville an early 2-0 lead here in the top of the first. And so that will bring up the center fielder, Parker Chavers. So Chavers will step into the left-handed batter's box. So for Falk, that'll be his team-leading 5th home run of the season. RBIs number 20 and 21. Give him the team lead over top of Joe Boyle. First pitch to Chavers is going to miss up in the zone. Chavers in game number 1 went 1 for 3, had a single in the 4th inning, also struck out. Here's the 1-0. That one swung on. This one hit out to left. Caleb Dean making his way under it. He'll catch it, and that'll do it. But a 2-out walk and then a 2-run home run from Josh Falk give the Mustangs their first lead of the day as they will take their 2-0 lead here to the bottom of the first. As for the Tobs, here to get things going, it will be McCourt, Freeman, and Nestor for the Tobs. The 1, 2, and 3 batters in the lineup. As the Tobs will try to see if they can cut into this early 2-0 deficit, and they'll have to do it against Michael Byrne. Reading off the numbers earlier for Michael Byrne. This will be the 3rd start of the season for Byrne, a 1-1 record. 7 1/3 innings pitched, 6 runs. 7 runs, 6 earned, 8 walks, 8 strikeouts, 6 hits, 7.36 ERA, 9.82 strikeouts per 9 ratio. That home run that was given up by Gary Watkins to the first baseman, Josh Falk. For Watkins on the season, that was the first home run that he has allowed, the 13th home run the Tobs pitching staff has given up. So the left-hander Byrne will go through his Waro tosses. Give you another look here at the Coastal Plain League out-of-town scoreboard. Bottom of the 4th inning, Morehead City is on the scoreboard. They trail Edenton 4-1. They are underway finally in Florence between Savannah and the Red Wolves, as that game is scoreless. Still no start mark between Forest City and High Point and Thomasville. Bottom of the 4th inning, the Copperheads lead the Grizzlies 1-0. Top of the 5th, some offense for Lexington County in the bottom of the 4th, as they now lead Macon by a score of 5-0. And top of the fourth inning, Peninsula leads Fayetteville 2-1. So Matt McCourt will step in to lead things off for the Tobs. Lefty-righty matchup. Takes the first pitch, a bouncer off the door. Give you a look here defensively at the Mustangs in game two. Harris is in left, Chavers in center, Morganson in right. Through the infield, Brule at third, Lorenzini at short, Dawson at second, Falk at first. This ball here is popped up to Lorenzini, who will make the catch. And then Ciandro, the catcher, here in game number two, and Factor, the designated hitter. So that'll bring up the right fielder Carson Freeman out of East Stroudsburg. We did not see Freeman in game number one. Freeman on the season batting .205, 16 for 78 at the plate, 14 runs scored, 3 doubles, 2 home runs, 14 RBIs, 32 strikeouts to 10 walks as he takes a called strike number one. Jacob Nestor, the second baseman for the Tobs in the on-deck circle. This one driven down the right field line. That's going to be over the head of the first baseman, Falk. Freeman is looking for two. He's going to pull in there, slides in foot first. That throw actually gotten away a little bit as Lorenzini has to go over to track it down. But just holding at second will be Carson Freeman as he picks up a one-out double. So for Carson Freeman, that'll be his fourth double of the season, 46th double of the season for the Tobs as a team. And that'll bring up Jacob Nestor. We did not see him in game number one. Nestor out of Catawba. Nestor on the season, batting .258, 16 for 62 at the plate, 15 runs scored, 2 doubles, a triple, 8 RBIs, 20 strikeouts, 19 walks. Takes his first pitch low for a ball. As Byrne gets set here, and he looks back, but now he'll deliver home. That one swung on, and Freeman had to try to miss it and then didn't know what the shortstop Lorenzini was going to do, so he had to go back to second. As Nestor didn't get enough on that one. So with 2 away, runner has to hold at second. So that'll go down as a 6-3, and that'll bring up Brenton Doyle out of Shepherd University. See what Doyle can do against the left-hander. The catcher, Scandrell, will go through the signs. The pitch, that misses low and inside. Nice pick, though, by Ciandro. Ben Fazo in the on-deck circle. That's one given a ride down the right field line, but that'll get out of play. That gets over into the beer garden. So both teams with a hit here in the first inning. The only difference right now is that the Mustangs have the 2-0 lead thanks to the 2-run shot from their first baseman, Josh Falk. This one swung on. That'll be into left field. Quickly getting to his left fielder, Harris. And now they've got to hold the runner, as that one had quickly been picked up by Romero Harrison left. Hopefully over at third, Fazo is okay. As head coach Brian Hill threw on the stop sign late. It was a nice hit there by Doyle, but just played nicely by Romero Harrison left. So now with 2 away and runners on the corners, that will bring up the first baseman, Ben Fazo, as Carson Freeman still taking a couple of breathers over there at third after he had the brakes put on and had to slide back in head first. Now the pitcher, Byrne, had to step off. He looks to be ready to go. Pitch here swung on. That's down the left field line. That'll score Freeman, and it's an RBI single for Ben Fazo, a 9-game hitting streak for the first baseman from LaSalle. And Ben Fazo has been swinging a hot bat as of late for the Tobs, and they couldn't have it at a better time. So that cuts the deficit to 2-1. And Doyle moves up to second, and that'll bring up Caleb Dean. So Ben Fazo, who in game number 1 extended hitting streak to 8 games, finished 1 for 2 with a walk and 2 runs scored, picks up an RBI here in game number 2. Caleb Dean had given the first pitch a ride, but fouled on the third baseline, tried to tuck it in between the line and the third baseman, Sage Brule. The Tobs with 3 hits here in the bottom of the first inning. The double from Freeman, back-to-back singles from Doyle and Fazo. Michael Byrne delivers. That one is swung on, skied in the air. Over in foul territory. The catcher gives it a look, but that one will be out of play. So the count now 0-2. Caleb Dean going to try to see if he can do a good piece of 2-strike hitting here. So the count 0-2 here. 2 away in the bottom of the first inning. Tobs have cut the deficit to 2-1 thanks to the RBI single from Ben Fazo. Michael Burns sets and delivers, and that one's in the dirt. Nice job, though, by Ciandro to keep it in front of him. Tobs trying to see if they can get in Doyle from second. A nice little piece of 2-out hitting. Byrne will take a look back. Here's his 1-2, and that one stays high. Is Dean able to hold off on that one, even though it probably looked juicy on its way in? So the count even here, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the offering, and that one is skied down the right field line, but this one will again get over into the beer garden. So Caleb Dean battling here at the plate. So the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here at the bottom of the first inning. Michael Byrne delivers. That one's inside. Dean had to back out of the way, and the count is now full 3-2. Tobs would love base hit ball 4 here with Colby Warren in the on-deck circle. Byrne sets and delivers. Now it's outside, ball 4. Bases are loaded for Colby Warren with 2 outs here at the bottom of the first inning, and the Tobs is trailing 2-1. So that'll bring up Colby Warren. Barton College did not see him in game number 1. He does the designated hitting here in this game. He awaits his first pitch from the left-hander, Michael Byrne. There's the offering. It's up in the zone as he takes it all the way. Warren on the year. This is his second game. Went 2 for 4 in his first game with a pair of runs scored. Homered in his first at-bat. So that's the reason for the 1 RBI. Also struck out once. So he'll have a quick chat here with head coach and third base coach Brian Hill as the Mustangs opt for a mound visit. So it was 2 runs in the top of the first off of the 2-run shot from Josh Falk. Tobs have answered with a run in the bottom of the first. Ben Fazo extending his hitting streak to 9 games. And then following the walk to Caleb Dean, base is now loaded. Here's the 1-0 to Warren, and that one is low, ball 2. So the Tobs have Brenton Doyle over at third. Fazo is at second. Here's the 2-0 offering, and that one is low, ball 3. And so now potential spot here where the Tobs get tied up with a pitch outside of the zone. So the 3-0 pitch on its way here from Michael Byrne. The offering is low, ball 4. Tie game. That run powered by Green Light and Michael Byrne missing the zone. And we are even at 2. Colby Warren will pick up his second RBI of the season. This time, though, doesn't have to swing the bat to pick it up. His first walk of the season. So that scores Doyle. And moves Fazo over to third, Dean down to second. Bullpen still quiet for the Mustangs. And that'll bring up Jacob Sharon out of Louisiana Monroe. Did not see him in game 1. Obviously, it's Tal Chamoy Christopher behind the plate. First pitch here from Byrne is going to be low for a ball. For Jacob Sharon on the season. .212 batting average, 7 for 33 at the plate. 2 home runs, 6 RBIs, 6 runs scored. As the base is loaded here with 2 outs. Here's the pitch, and he swings and misses at the 1-0. Inning started off with a pop-up by McCourt to the shortstop Lorenzini. Freeman followed with a double down the right field line. Here's the 1-1. That one is in the air. Called for here by Dawson. And he almost had to go back at it, but he's able to make the catch. So the Tobs will leave them loaded, but they get the game tied here in the bottom of the first thanks to an RBI single from Fazo and a bases loaded walk to Morin. As we'll send this one to a timeout as you're watching Wilson Tobs Base.
From our family to yours, we promise the best quality in our Scott Farm sweet potato products.
Whether served as healthy wedges or crunchy chips, we take pride in serving our community and our country.
Locally grown and hand-picked, our chips provide the perfect choice for your game day snacks.
Whether hitting a home run or cheering on the sidelines, our products ensure a healthy snack nearly everyone will enjoy.
You're always safe at home with Scott Farms.
A chance to give back to the community. It's a special day.
I just had the opportunity to help a mother and her 3 children move into a home.
So Mobile Mini is actually more than just the leader in secure storage and office rentals. We are a community player.
Giving back is one of Mobile Mini's core values. It's something that's ingrained in us.
I take pride in knowing that my efforts in the community is helping to make someone's life better.
Wilson is leading, showing that you can build a vibrant place in a small town.
One thing Wilson's really focused on is becoming a center of innovation.
We are creating an innovation zone in our downtown, which will be the epicenter for our community of inclusive innovation.
And when you hear people all over the world to come to Wilson and talk about how did you guys do this? What did you do?
People in Wilson are really excited about what's happening here.
Well, what's at stake for Wilson is its economic future.
Wilson has the courage and the vision to control its own destiny.
Wilson is the leader and will be the leader for this new fiber age that we have, and we're excited about it.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Doug Page along with you here as we get set for the top of the second inning. All even 2-2. Tobs offensively did a nice job responding against the starter Michael Byrne for Martinsville in the bottom of the first. As after Nestor had grounded out to Lorenzini, the shortstop. 4 consecutive batters reached base, 2 singles and 2 walks. Before Sharon popped up to Dawson to end the inning. Bobby Morganson will lead off the top of the second. It'll be the 6, 7, and 8 batters, Morganson, Sandro, and Brule. This will be a righty-lefty matchup here. Morganson in right field, where he was for game 1. Watkins delivers, and that one is a called strikeout in the outer half. Morganson clearly not a fan of it. So he'll take an extra step out of the left-handed batter's box. Sharon will give the signs. The 0-1 pitch is going to be low. So 2 runs, 1 hit, no errors so far for Martinsville. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors for the Tobs. Tobs extended their winning streak here to start the second half. 6 games with the 3-0 win in game 1. 1-1 offering from Watkins is swung on and missed down the outer half, and the count goes to 1-2. In the on-deck circle, the catcher, Alexandro, for the Mustangs. For Ciandro, playing in his 7th game for the Mustangs. 1-2 pitch here from Watkins, swung on and missed. And throwing down to first is going to be Sharon. It was swung on out of the glove of Sharon, and then he had to finish off the play, and he did. So a strikeout and a 2-3 on the putout for the first out of the inning. First strikeout of the night for Gary Watkins. So that'll bring up the catcher, Alexandro. This will be his 7th game. 3 for 21 at the plate, 3 runs scored, a double, a home run, 2 RBIs. Struck out 10 times to 1 walk, batting 143. Sandro, a junior from Cal State Fullerton out of Seaside, California. Takes his first pitch for a ball. Watkins set on the mound. Strawn sets up away from the right-hander, and that one will be a called strike one. So Sandro teammates with Cody Minnis at Cal State Fullerton. Not seeing Minnis here in game number 2. He had that 7th inning double in game number 1, but would be stranded at second. 1-1 pitch is going to break, but up in the zone. In game number 1, Jared Gallagher able to pick up his 2nd save of the season for the Tobs. Worked score the 6th and 7th innings. Took over for the starter, Sean Dealey, who dazzled through 5 innings. Picked up his first win of the season. And this one turns the shoulder of Ciandro, but no call. They're on the inner half of the plate, so the count now 3-1. Watkins look to try to freeze the batter. Base is empty, 1 away. Sage Brule in the on-deck circle. Here's the offering, and that one is swung on and fouled at the plate. So the count now full. Watkins in the top of the first was able to get the first 2 outs relatively easily. Dawson grounding out to third, and then Factor grounding out to Fazo unassisted at first, but it was a nice 2-out walk that was worked by Romero Harris, just his 2nd of the season to extend the inning, and then Falk delivering with the 2-run shot. 3-2 pitch here on its way from Gary Watkins, and that one is swung on back at Watkins. Gloves it, makes the toss to Fazo in time for the 2nd out. So that'll go down 1-3. So that'll bring up third baseman Sage Brule. Brule just finishing up his junior season for Richmond. The Richmond Spiders out of Northbrook, Illinois. For Sage Brule on the season, he is 4 for 26 at the plate, 1 run scored, 1 RBI. Has struck out 8 times to 1 walk, a 154 batting average. This is his 11th game. First pitch from Watkins is going to miss up and away. 2 outs here in the top of the 2nd inning, all tied 2-2. Sharon here will sit up on the outer half of the offering. Misses up in the zone. So good start to the at-bat here for Sage Brule. Taking a look at the game log for Sage Brule. His last hit coming back on July 3rd at Peninsula, a 1-for-4 effort. Here's the 2-0. That one swung on. Hit out to left center. And that one will be caught on the run by Caleb Dean, and that'll do it. A 1-2-3 second for Gary Watkins and the Tobs. As we will go to the bottom of the second inning, I'd like to thank our exclusive partners at Wilson Tobs Baseball, Thomas Law Attorneys, Greenlight, and Emerge Ortho. Also like to send a shout out to French West Vaughn NC by train and Travel Easy as 1, 2, 3. As Tobs fans, don't forget, after the Tobs hit the road for games tomorrow and Saturday, Tobs back home on Sunday, July 15th. As the Wilmington Sharks are here, 6 p.m. first pitch. Gates will open at 5. Bang for your buck Sunday and Christmas in July here at historic Fleming Stadium. Then on Tuesday, July 17th, the Peninsula Pilots here at 7 p.m. Tobs All-You-Can-Eat Tuesday. And then Thursday, July 19th, the Edenton Steamers here at 7 p.m. As it'll be Throwback Thursday, along with Military and Local Heroes Appreciation Night. As back out to work, the bottom of the second inning will be the starter, Michael Byrne. Was able to work through that bottom of the first, allowing just 2 runs as the Tobs had loaded the bases up. After back-to-back walks to Dean and Warren, the walk to Warren bringing in the second run of the game. Got the catcher, Jacob Sharon, to pop up to Dawson at second to end it. Tobs definitely looked to see if they could get more, but they loved that they got the 2 with 2 outs in the inning. So Drew Brooks will lead things off, the third baseman. Brooks in game number 1 went 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts in the number 9 spot. Going to try to turn his day around. Here with a fresh start in game number 2. So it'll be the 9, 1, and 2 batters, Brooks, McCourt, and Freeman. Here's the pitch from Byrne. That one is going to be swung on and missed. That one goes right into the glove of the catcher, Sandro. Lefty-lefty matchup. They set up inside, and that one was over the head of Brooks. He barely even had time to react to try to get out of the way. Luckily, it missed him. So the count, a ball and a strike. Tobs had 3 hits in the bottom of the first inning, a double from Freeman and singles from Doyle and Fazo. The offering from Byrne is a breaking ball in the dirt. Sandro went down to get it. Shortstop Matt McCourt in the on-deck circle. Here's the 2-1. That one's inside. It gets Brooks on the shoulder. So for Drew Brooks, head down to first. That's the 5th time he's been hit by a pitch this season. Ties him with Patrick Frick for the team lead. So the Tobs get a leadoff base runner. As that'll bring up Matt McCourt, popped up to the shortstop Lorenzini his first time up. Brooks will get his lead over at first. The pitch here is swung on, fouled out of play, first base side. As Brooks being held on by the first baseman, Josh Falk. So far through the first 2 innings, Michael Byrne has walked a pair of batters and now hit a batter. Facing the right-hander McCourt. Here's the 0-1. That one misses up and away. Nice job, though, by Sandro to reel that one in. Nobody out here in the bottom of the second inning. Game 2 of a doubleheader. Tobs were victorious in game 1, 3-0. Now a throw over. Brooks barely had gotten a lead, so he's back safely. The lefty Byrne looking right over the runner. The pitch is inside. The catcher doesn't know where it is. It got by Sandro, and that will allow Brooks to head down to second. So the Tobs now with the runner in scoring position here and nobody out. Big spot for McCourt. Ahead in the count, 2-1. McCourt in game 1 picked up a single in the 3rd inning, also flew out to center and grounded out to short. Brooks now leads off at second. The 2-1 offering is inside, and that one was gloved by Sandro. Didn't let that one get by. That was a hot shot, though. First baseman Falk going to come in and have a chat with his pitcher, Michael Byrne. Again, the bullpen still quiet for the Mustangs, so Michael Byrne is going to have to work through the trouble that he's created him. The count now 3-1 to Matt McCourt. First base open with nobody out here in the bottom of the second inning. Carson Freeman in the on-deck circle. Here's the 3-1, and that one is going to be a called strike to send the count full 3-2. McCourt thought that one was maybe up and in a little bit. So a payoff pitch here for Michael Byrne. Sandro sets up behind the plate. The offering is by the catcher. Heading for third is Brooks. Heading down to first will be McCourt. Brooks will make a turn at third, but he will stop there. So a walk, the third of the game, issued by Michael Byrne, puts runners on the corners with nobody out. That'll bring up Carson Freeman. So second wild pitch will allow Brooks to move over to third. As the batter will be Freeman. He went down the right field line. So the bullpen now will start to get up and going for the Mustangs. And this one's a bouncer in the dirt. Going down to second and going to reach safely is McCourt, even though it looked like he was dead out to right. He kind of got caught up, didn't know if that one was going to get by Sandro. Decided to go. Luckily, the throw from Sandro was to the shortstop side of the bag. And Lorenzini had to do just enough to make sure he got it and it didn't go out into center. So now runners at second and third. And this one will be in there for a strike. So the count evens up here to Carson Freeman. So Matt McCourt picks up a stolen base. Here comes the 1-1. That one is swung on and missed. A big swing there by Carson Freeman. So for McCourt with the stolen base. That'll be his second stolen base, now 2 for 2. Here's the 1-2, and that one is swung on and over the glove of the shortstop, Lorenzini. 1 run scores, and they're going to hold the runner McCourt at third, and the Tobs lead 3-2 on the RBI single by Carson Freeman, and the run powered by Greenlight. So the Tobs taking advantage of some wild pitches, being patient at the plate. Carson Freeman with his second hit of the game already. Picks up an RBI to make it 3-2 in favor of Wilson. McCourt goes over to third. The pitcher up and throwing down in the bullpen for the Martinsville Mustangs is that of number 31, as it is Greg Lieben, a junior out of Austin Peay from Bellevue, Washington. Here's the offering from Byrne, and that one is swung at and missed by Nestor. Nestor grounded out to the shortstop, Lorenzini, his first time up. That was following the double from Freeman. Tobs have taken a 3-2 lead with a run here at the bottom of the second inning. As Drew Brooks scored from third. The 0-1 pitch, low and inside. Count will even up. So the Tobs with 4 hits have also worked 3 walks. Seen a batter hit. Brenton Doyle in the on-deck circle. Here's the 1-1. That one swung on. That's past the third baseman, Brule. That's going to be an RBI single. Jacob Nestor gives the Tobs a 4-2 lead. Another run powered by Greenlight. And now puts runners at first and second with nobody out. So Nestor follows the RBI single from Freeman with one of his own. So for Jacob Nestor, that will be his 17th hit of the summer. It will be RBI number 9. And now we'll have a visit here, and this might be the end of the line for Michael Byrne. With Lieben warming down in the bullpen on the right field line for Martinsville. We'll see. That'll bring the entire infield in, and we'll see if the baseball will be handed over by Michael Byrne, or if he'll get another chance here. As the entire infield in for the Mustangs. The pitcher, Lieben, looking down and looking down to see if the signal is going to be made. We'll see if it will be. And it looks like they are going to leave Michael Byrne in the game. So he will be in there to face Brenton Doyle. And now looks like we're going to get a pitching change. It's making a trip right back out will be head coach Kevin Soini. So Soini makes his way back out. So the pitching change will be made. As exiting the game will be Michael Byrne. As he leaves trailing 4-2 with a pair of runners on base, his responsibility. As coming in, it should be number 31, Greg Lieben, who was warming up down in the bullpen for the Mustangs. As he will start his warm-up pitches. So for Lieben, a junior from Austin P out of Bellevue, Washington. He fell there trying to plant on the first pitch. He's going to do some cosmetic work. A little bit weird coming in for a left-hander. As coming out was Michael Byrne. Get you look here at the numbers on the season for the reliever here for the Mustangs. And the numbers, this will be the 10th appearance of the season. For Lieben, 8 1/3 innings pitched. He does have an 0-1 record. 7 hits, 7 runs, 6 earned, 14 walked to 14 strikeouts. A 6.48 ERA. Has given up a home run, so a strikeout per 9 at 15.12. As he'll be the second pitcher of the night. So take a look here at the game log this season for Lieben. For him, his last relief appearance coming on July 2nd at home against Edenton in a doubleheader. As he tossed an inning, gave up a run off 2 hits. Also gave up a walk in that outing. Before that, at High Point Thomasville, tossed an inning, gave up a run off of a hit, walked 2 batters. And he delivers a fastball here that is right past the bat of Brenton Doyle. So the count will start off 0-1. Doyle already 1 for 1 in this game. Singled back in the first inning after the ground out from Nestor. Runners first and second here for the Tobs. Nobody out. They have a 4-2 lead here in the bottom of the second inning. The pitch is going to be swung on. Fouled out of play, first base side. So the runners at first and second, Freeman and Nestor, the responsibility of Michael Byrne. So the book's still open in those regards. Right now he's given up 4 runs. Catcher Sandra will set up outside the offering as poked foul by Doyle off of the netting. 4 runs, 5 hits, no errors so far for the Tobs. 2 runs, 1 hit, and no errors for the Mustangs. So the count will hold at no balls and 2 strikes. Lehman sets on the mound. Takes a look back to the runner at second, and he'll deliver the 0-2, and that one somehow fought off by Doyle, as that one was in out of hands. Nice job by Brenton Doyle, battling here at the plate. Trying to see if he can pick up his second hit of the game. So 2 runs in the first, 2 far in the second. Here for the Tobs. The 0-2 pitch again, swung on. This one right up in the air. It's going to be caught. And back safely at first is Nestor, but he didn't hustle all that much back to first. Luckily, he got there. And the throw was high from Dawson. So that'll be the first out of the inning. That'll bring up Ben Fazo. Extended his hitting streak to 9 games. With the RBI single back in the first. There's another RBI opportunity here. With Carson Freeman leading off second. There's the pitch. That one was up in the zone. So the count 1-0. Look in here by Lieben, the pitch, and that one is swung on and missed. Good fastball there. That one quickly gotten into the glove of Ciandro. So the count 1-1. Here's the pitch, and that one breaks low and away. Fazo started, but he was able to hold up on it. So one away here in the bottom of the second inning. Game number 2 of a doubleheader between the Tobs and the Mustangs. Tobs won game 1, 3-0. A combined shutout from the starter, Sean Daly, and then Jared Gallagher getting the save. This one fouled back by Fazo. So the count even out, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Caleb Dean in the on-deck circle. He walked in his first at bat. Was left at second. So the 2-2 on its way here. And that one is swung on, skied in the air. Lorenzini going over for it. He calls off his third baseman as he makes the catches. Brule gets out of the way, and there are now 2 outs. So Lehman has come on and gotten a pop up to the second baseman and a pop up to the shortstop. And now that'll bring up Caleb Dean. So another ready matchup here. Lehman trying to help his starter, Michael Byrne, to get out of the inning without allowing any more runs to his line score. First pitch is going to be up and inside to Dean. Walked and then was left at second, back in the first inning. That was the first of back-to-back walks as Colby Warren worked a bases-loaded walk. 1-0 pitch is going to be a called strikeout in the inner half. So the count now 1-1. And that one swung out and missed. Another high fastball. So the count now 1-2. Laban came on with runners at first and second. Nobody out. Got Doyle and Fazo to pop up. Heading the count 1-2 here. The pitch is swung out and missed. And Laban happy as he comes off for the mound. Shouts into the glove, so he will retire all 3 batters that he faces. And so we will go to the top of the third as the Tobs now lead 4-2 here in game 1. As we'll step aside, you're watching Wilson Tobs Baseball here at CPLBaseball.tv.
So what makes Mobile Mini the most secure choice for portable storage? It's our all-steel construction, patented tri-cam locking system, and container guard locks that come together to provide the most secure portable storage solution in the business. Our standard containers combine exceptional security with excellent value, utilizing exterior locking bars for access and may require an extra hand. This system is ideal for construction situations where access is infrequent. For even greater ease and convenience, our premium container delivers Mobile Mini's superior security with our easy access design. Doors easily open with one hand, making it ideal for frequent retail or commercial use. Whichever way you go, you can't go wrong. Locking in the superior quality, security, and convenience of Mobile Mini.
From our family to yours, we promise the best quality in our Scott Farm sweet potato products.
Whether served as healthy wedges or crunchy chips, we take pride in serving our community and our country.
Locally grown and hand-picked, our chips provide the perfect choice for your game day snacks.
Whether hitting a home run or cheering on the sidelines, our products ensure a healthy snack nearly everyone will enjoy.
You're always safe at home with Scott Farms.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Doug Page along with you here as we get set to kick off the top of the third inning. Stepping in for the Mustangs will be the number 9 batter, Jake Lorenzini, the shortstop. 9-1-2 batters. It'll be Lorenzini, Dawson, and Factor. Facing Gary Watkins. Worked a 1-2-3 second inning. Saw his offense give him a 4-2 lead with a pair of runs at the bottom of the second. First pitch here is going to be inside, and that just missed Lorenzini. So the count 1-0. Lorenzini in the first game batted in the number 9 spot went 1 for 3 with a single and a pair of strikeouts. Sharon sets up here. The offering is going to be up in the zone. Count go to 2-0. Watkins looking to complete his first trip through the lineup. Hoping that it's just the one hit, but unfortunately it was the 2-run shot from Josh Falk. Here's the 2-0, and that one's going to be high, ball 3. Tough start to the inning here for Watkins. After he looked really accurate in the second, got the strikeout, the grounder back to him, and the fly ball to Dean. Here's the 3-0 pitch on the way, and that's going to be a pie for ball 4. So it'll be a leadoff walk worked by Lorenzini. So first time through the lineup for Gary Watkins. He walks a pair of batters and gives up the 2-run home run. So that'll bring up Chase Dawson. Dawson grounded out to Drew Brooks to get the game going. There's the nice scoop by Fazo as he had a snow cone it at first. Righty-lefty matchup. Lorenzini gets speed over at first. Here's the pitch, and that one going to miss low for a ball. Lorenzini on the base pass this year. He's got one stolen base, also been caught stealing. 1-0 pitch on its way. And that one is low and away, and the count now 2-0. Now Watkins is yet to find the strike zone here to start off the top of the third inning. Drew Brooks is going to come in and have a chat here with Watkins. Bullpen right now quiet for the Tobs. There's pitcher down there stretching now. Lorenzini, the leadoff runner at first after the walk. Back to the top of the order now for Martinsville. Started game 2 out with 2 runs in the top of the first inning after being shut out in game number 1. Now a 2-0 on its way. Here from Gary Watkins. And that one's going to be low, and the count is now 3-0. So Watkins in danger of walking the first 2 batters here of the top of the third, with Cross Factor in the on-deck circle. Here's the 3-0, and that one's going to be a call strike. Dawson kind of flinched. So the Tobs have an arm now starting to throw down the bullpen as Cody Smith will start tossing. 3-1 count here to the batter, Chase Dawson. The offering swung on. That one skied out to center. Doyle tracking it. Tracking it will make the catch. Heading back to first will be Lorenzini. A good pitch there from Watkins to get Dawson to offer at it. So that'll bring up cross factor. Grounded out to Fazo his first time up. Waiting out first, Lorenzini. Watkins will keep an eye on him over the left shoulder. There's the first pitch, and that one swung on, skied in the air. Over towards third, Brooks settling under it, makes the catch. And so there are two away. And that'll bring up the left fielder, number 33, Romero Harris. Harris in his first at bat worked that two-out walk. Just his second walk of the season, and that was the walk that allowed Josh Falk to get to the plate and abruptly send the baseball out of the ballpark off of the offering from Gary Watkins. Righty-righty matchup here. First pitch to Harris is going to be a called strike. And then Harris kind of looked back real quick. Quickly started to take his practice swing. So count 0-1. Fazo holding the runner out at first. Here's the 0-1. That one swung on, hit out to left. Going back for it is Dean, and that one is out of here. A second two-run home run of the game for the Mustangs as Romero Harris ties the game at 4 as he sends that offering over the left field wall. And so we are tied here in the top of the third. So for Romero Harris, that'll be his first home run of the season. RBIs number 3 and 4. And so that will bring up Josh Falk, who was already went yard once in this game. So Falk ready to go. Watkins delivers this one. It was inside. Misses for a ball. Almost caught the left elbow of Josh Falk. So again, Gary Watkins just 1 out away from getting out of the inning. But a second two-out, two-run home run for the Martinsville Mustangs. This time will tie the game. The 1-0 pitch to Falk is swung on, fouled out of play first base side. If you look here at the Coastal Plain out-of-town scoreboard, top of the 7th inning, Edenton leading Morehead City by a score of 6-1. Top of the 4th, Florence leads Savannah 3-0. Bottom of the 6th, Gastonia leads Asheboro 3-1. Top of the 7th, Macon has come back to take a lead over Lexington County 7-5. Ball here is fouled off of Falk at the plate. He's going to have to try to walk that one off. And then bottom of the 6th inning, Peninsula still holding their 2-1 lead against Fayetteville. Holly Springs and Wilmington postponed tonight. So Lexington County, they held a 5-0 lead over Macon. Macon 7 unanswered runs as they plated 4 of those runs in the 6th inning and 3 runs in the 5th inning. Did go scoreless in the 7th. Count here is ball and 2 strikes, 2 outs in the top of the 3rd inning. The offering to Falk is going to be chopped. That's a fair ball. And Fazo will just touch the runner, Falk. And that'll do it. But a 2-run home run from Romero Harris ties the game at 4. Second 2-run home run of the game for the Mustangs. So looking to the bottom of the third, Tobs will have their 7, 8, 9 batters, Warren, Sharon, and Brooks due up. And it'll be against the reliever, Greg Lieben, who came in to get 3 consecutive outs after he came in with runners on first and second and nobody out. So for the Tobs, 4 runs, 5 hits, no errors. For the Mustangs, 4 runs, 2 hits, no errors. As in this game so far for Martinsville, it's just been 2 walks and then 2 home runs. That has been how they have produced their 4 runs. And both times those home runs coming after there were 2 outs in the inning. So let's see what the Tobs can do to try to rally again. They scored 4 runs in each of the first 2 innings. All 4 of those runs come against the starter, Michael Byrne, who gets taken off of the hook, so he'll get the no decision. Despite leaving, trailing 4-2. So Colby Warren will step up. A little bit different situation this time for him. First time he came up, it was with the bases loaded and 2 outs. He worked a walk to get an RBI. But at the time, it tied the game 2-2. See what he can do here to lead off the bottom of the third. Takes the first pitch before he called strikeout in the outer half of the plate. And the 0-1 offering, that one's way dead and missed. And the count 0-2. In the end, next circle, catcher Jacob Sharon. Here's the 0-2 pitch. That one's going to miss slow and away. The count will go to 1-2. Catcher Sandro sets up the pitch. Misses outside over into the left-handed batter's box. Even here at 2. Now Lehman taking a little bit extra time after that one missed outside. Takes a deep breath and delivers. And this one is swung on and missed. As that will be a strikeout, second strikeout for Lehman. And that will bring up the catcher, Jacob Sharon. So Sharon will step up. He popped up to the second baseman, Dawson, against the starter, Byrne, with the bases loaded and 2 outs. In the bottom of the first, takes the first pitch called strike. Defense back here for the Mustangs. This one misses up and away. Playing game number 2 of a doubleheader here to Stuart Fleming Stadium in Wilson, North Carolina. Here's the 1-1. That one missed up and in, almost caught the knuckles of Sharon. So that is now 4 batters in a row that Laban has retired. It's the signs here from Sandro, and that one is a called strike. Evens the count up 2-2. 1 away here in the bottom of the third inning, all square, 4-4. The offering is in there, called strike 3, and that'll be the third strikeout. I believe that's now the third batter and already struck out, going back to Dean to end the second. So that'll bring up Drew Brooks. He was hit by the pitch to start off the bottom of the second inning from Michael Byrne. Took it off of the right arm just above the elbow. Pitch here is going to miss up and in. So Brooks will step back in here now. Matt McCourtin in the on-deck circle. And this one swung out and missed. So the count leaving up at a ball and a strike. There's the 1-1 quickly, and that will be a called strike. So now Brooks behind the count as Lieben looks to try to strike out the side here in the bottom of the third. The pitch is going to be up, and the count even now 2-2. 2 away. Warren struck out swinging, Sharon looking. And now a 2-2 count here to Drew Brooks. Here's the offering, and that one is high. And the count full on 3-2. Lieben trying to put a little extra behind that one. Instead of the sharp cheddar, wanted to go with the extra sharp cheddar. So the count now full here, 3-2. 2 away, base is empty. Brooks awaits the offering, and he can't make contact, and so Lieben will strike out the side. In the third, he's now struck out 4 in a row. And so that'll do it for us here through 3 at historic Fleming Stadium. All knotted at 4 in game number 2. As we'll send this one to a timeout. You're watching Wilson Tobs Baseball here on CPLBaseball.tv.
From our family to yours, we promise the best quality in our Scott Farm sweet potato products.
Whether served as healthy wedges or crunchy chips, we take pride in serving our community and our country.
Locally grown and hand-picked, our chips provide the perfect choice for your game day snack.
Whether hitting a home run or cheering on the sidelines, our products ensure a healthy snack nearly everyone will enjoy.
You're always safe at home with Scott Farms.
Chance to give back to the community. It's a special day.
I just had the opportunity to help a mother and her 3 children move into a home.
So Mobile Mini is actually more than just the leader in secure storage and office rentals. We are a community player.
Giving back is one of Mobile Mini's core values. It's something that's ingrained in us.
I take pride in knowing that my efforts in the community is helping to make someone's life better.
Wilson is leading, showing that you can build a vibrant place in a small town.
One thing Wilson's really focused on is becoming a center of innovation.
We are creating an innovation zone in our downtown, which will be the epicenter for our community of inclusive innovation.
And when you have people all over the world to come to Wilson and talk about how did you guys do this? What did you do?
People in Wilson are really excited about what's happening here.
Well, what's at stake for Wilson is its economic future.
Wilson has the courage and the vision to control its own destiny.
Wilson is the leader and will be the leader for this new fiber age that we have, and we're excited about it.
As we get set for the top of the 4th inning, all tied 4-4 here in game number 2. Gary Watkins back out to work for the Tobs. He'll face Parker Chavers to lead things off. And the first pitch is swung on, past the Fazo, and that goes into right field. And so it'll be a leadoff single for Parker Chavers, offering at the first pitch. 3rd hit of the night for the Mustangs. So that'll bring up the right fielder, Bobby Morganson. He is the lone strikeout of the night for Gary Watkins. Struck out to lead off the 2nd inning. So far has been the only scoreless inning for the Mustangs. Watkins peeks over the shoulder. The pitch, that one's in the dirt. Sharon gloves it. Count will start off 1-0. First hit for the Mustangs that didn't leave the ballpark here in game number 2. Got past Fazo, tried to make a play on it. That was throw over. Scattering back was Chambers. No tag applied. Throw was low into the left side of the bag. Jacob Sharon going through the signs here behind the plate. Righty-lefty matchup. Morganson ready. Here's the offering, and that one is low, and the count now at 2-0. Tobs do have Cody Smith warming up still down in the bullpen. Runner here at first, the leadoff single from Chavers. Here's the pitch, and that'll be in there for a called strike. So they count 2-1. Tobs had their first zero tossed up in the bottom of the third inning as Greg Lehman struck out the side. Struck out his last 4 Tobs batters he's faced. Pitch here fouled off of Morganson in the left-handed batter's box. So they count leave it up 2 balls and 2 strikes. Good pitch there on the inner half of the plate from Gary Watkins. Now the home plate umpire trying to give Morganson a little extra time here. Tries to walk it off. Looks like it was that right foot or ankle area and then it fouled off of. So the count 2 balls and 2 strikes. Gary Watkins looking to try to see if he can get it out, maybe 2. Here's the 2-2 pitch, and that one's fouled. Just getting a piece of it was Morganson. Bottom of the 7th inning, Lexington County trails Macon by a score of 8-6. Top of the 7th, Peninsula still leading at home against Fayetteville, 2-1. Savannah has now cut the Florence lead down to 1. It's 3-2. That game in the top of the 5th inning. And bottom of the 7th, Edenton still leading Morehead City by a score of 6-1. Another 2-2 pitch coming in from Gary Watkins. Here's the offering, and that one is in there, called strike 3. And Bobby Morganson will head back to the dugout as he is the first out of the inning. Second time tonight he struck out against Gary Watkins. So that'll bring up the catcher, Nick Ciandro. As Chavers will yet again take his lead over at first. Righty-righty matchup. As the first pitch will catch the outer half of the plate for a called strike. Sage Brule in the on-deck circle. He's 0 for 1 in this game. Pretty good lead over there first for Chavers. There's the pitch. That one almost got back to the inner half. Started out at the left elbow of Ciandro, but not enough to get back over. Sharon tried to frame it, able to. One away here after the strikeout of Morganson. There's the offering, and that one swung on, skied in the air, but that'll quickly get out behind the plate. That hits off the top of the grandstand. 4 runs, 3 hits, no errors for Martinsville here in game number 2. 4 runs, 5 hits, no errors for the Tobs. Watkins gets set to deliver. His 1-2 offering. And he almost fell. Falling through on that as he'd went down. Luckily enough, it was fouled off by Ciandro. So we'll do it again. We saw Lieben on one of his warm-up tosses when he came back in the 2nd inning. Do that. Lost his footing while trying to plant. They had to do some cosmetic work to the mound. Jacob Sherrod, catcher for the Tobs, goes through the signs here. Here's the offering from Watkins, and that one is low, taking all the way. Ciandro kind of leaving up. Good take there. For the Tobs, they are on the road tomorrow night at Fayetteville, 7:05 p.m. first pitch. As the Tobs will look to play their first game this season against the Swamp Dogs in Fayetteville after the first game back in the first half was rained out. So we hope as part of a doubleheader here at historic Fleming Stadium. 2-2 pitch is swung on him as strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts for Gary Watkins. So that'll bring up Sage Brule now with 2 outs. And then following that Friday night affair at Fayetteville, the Tobs will pay their final visit during the regular season to Edenton, as they will take on the Steamers at 7 o'clock Saturday night. And then the Tobs back home on Sunday, 6 p.m. first pitch against the Wilmington Sharks. Brule, the left-handed hitting third baseman, ready here at the plate. Runners going, a ball. The throw, is it in time? It is. Jacob Sharon says, hey, what about that one? And that will do it. It'll be a 1-2-3 inning here for Gary Watkins on the caught stealing. As that one will go 2-6. And that will send us to the bottom of the fourth inning. For the Tobs here in the bottom of the fourth, it'll be the top of the order, McCourt, Freeman, and Nestor. And heading back out will be Greg Lieben, and why not? He struck out each of the last 4 Wilson batters that he's faced. And he's retired each of the last 6. So he will get ready to start his warm-up tosses. Again, I'd like to thank our exclusive partners, Thomas Law Attorneys, Greenlight, and Burge Ortho. Also, send a shout-out to French Westfall, NC by Train, and Travel Easy as 1-2-3. Also thank our game sponsors, Planet Fitness, R.A. Jeffries, and Dean's Farm Market. Tonight, Planet Fitness night here at the ballpark, along with Throwback Thursday, and of course our Farm to Field Farmers Market. As we get set for the bottom of the fourth inning, scheduled for 7 innings here in Game 2, just like we did in Game 1. Tobs picked up a 3-0 win in Game 1, but it's been a little different here in Game number 2. Martinsville started off the scoring with 2 runs in the top of the first. Tobs answered with 2 runs in the bottom of the first, then scored twice in the bottom of the second to take a 4-2 lead. We then saw Martinsville rally with 2 runs in the top of the third to not to score 4-4. First pitch here is going to be fouled, backing out of play first base side by McCourt. McCourt in this game has popped up to short, has also walked and stolen a base. As McCourt scored in the second inning, as he came in on the RBI single from Jacob Nestor. Count 1-1. Carson Freeman in the on-deck circle. And this one is waved at and missed. Tobs have not been able to do much with the fastball from Greg Lieben here tonight. Here's the 1-2, and that one is waved at and missed. And so that is the 5th consecutive batter that Lieben has struck out. Get us underway here in the bottom of the fourth. And so that'll bring up Carson Freeman. So that'll bring up Freeman. He's 2 for 2 tonight. As that one was slowed away, he doubled and scored in the first, had an RBI single in the second. Tobs' last base runner was Nestor, who had the RBI single in the second inning. This one fouled out of play, third base side. Jacob Nestor in the on-deck circle. Here's the 1-1, and that one missed up high. Good take there by Freeman. Lieben, the second pitcher of the night for Martinsville, took over for Michael Byrne. He started the game, did not make it out of the second inning. That's 2-1 pitch skied in the air, and as Brule will give it a look, but that one was well out of play. So the count even, 2 balls and 2 strikes. One away here. We work in the bottom of the fourth inning. As we get later here, Tobs trying to keep their winning streak alive. They pushed it to 6 with the win in Game 1. And this one is swung on and missed. And 6 batters in a row that have been struck out by Levin. And so that will bring up Jacob Nestor. As Nestor will step in. Nestor was the last top batter to reach base. That was his single. And the second takes the called strike 1 here. Ciandro right behind the plate. That one in there for a called strike 2. So Lieben trying to strike out the side for a second consecutive inning. He sets and the 0-2, and that one's in there, called strike 3. And so Nestor strikes out, and that is a second consecutive perfect inning for Greg Lieben. As that's now 7 batters in a row that he has struck out for the Tobs, as they have just had no answer against him. As we will get ready here for the top of the 5th inning. We'll send this one to a timeout as you're watching Wilson Tobs Baseball here at CPLBaseball.tv.
So what makes Mobile Mini the most secure choice for portable storage? It's our all-steel construction, patented tri-cam locking system, and container guard locks that come together to provide the most secure portable storage solution in the business. Our standard containers combine exceptional security with excellent value, utilizing exterior locking bars for access and may require an extra hand. This system is ideal for construction situations where access is infrequent. For even greater ease and convenience, our premium container delivers Mobile Mini's superior security with our easy access design. Doors easily open with one hand, making it ideal for frequent retail or commercial use. Whichever way you go, you can't go wrong. Locking in the superior quality, security, and convenience of Mobile Mini.
From our family to yours, we promise the best quality in our Scott Farm sweet potato products.
Whether served as healthy wedges or crunchy chips, we take pride in serving our community and our country.
Locally grown and hand-picked, our chips provide the perfect choice for your game day snacks.
Whether hitting a home run or cheering on the sidelines, our products ensure a healthy snack nearly everyone will enjoy.
You're always safe at home with Scott Farms.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Doug Page along with you here as we get set for the top of the 5th inning. All tied 4-4 here in game number 2 of a doubleheader between the Mustangs and the Tobs. New pitcher in for Wilson. As Farm Bureau Insurgent Agent Lori Thomas has made a call to the bullpen. Agent Lori Thomas always there for you when called upon. As the new pitcher will be number 28, Cody Smith, the left-hander from Jawan. As he'll take over for the starter, Gary Watkins. As Smith will deliver a first pitch strike here. As he will face the 8, 9, and 1 batters, Brule, Lorenzini, and Dawson. This one will be slow. Sage Brule flied out to left field in his first at-bat. That was back in a 1-2-3 second inning for Gary Watkins. And this one is in on the handle of the bat, fought off by Brule. So both starting pitchers will get no decisions here tonight, as it'll be up to the bullpens. Right now, it looks like the bullpen for Martinsville in full control, as Greg Lieben has struck out 7 consecutive Wilson batters, going back to the 3rd out in the 2nd inning. 1-2 pitch here is going to miss off of the outer half of the plate. So the count now 2-2. Sharon will give the signs here. Lefty-lefty matchup, as this one was off of the batter. So that will be a leadoff base runner for the Mustangs, as Brule will head down to first.
Now batting wearing number 12 from Wayne State College, Jake Lorenzini.
So that'll bring up Jake Lorenzini, the shortstop. He walked to lead off of the third inning, then eventually scored on the 2-run home run from Romero Harris. His first of the year. Bunt here by Lorenzini, but that one will be pushed over into the first base side. Lorenzini dropped down a bunt to get a single in game number 1. That came in the 5th inning. That was his only hit. Struck out the other 2 times he came up to the plate. So the count now 0-1. Lefty-righty matchup. And this one in there for a strike as Lorenzini had pulled the bat back. So the count now 0-2. The runner is Sage Brule at first. He was hit by the pitch from Cody Smith. Faiza holds him on. Here's the 0-2, and now this one misses up and away. Fastball got away from Smith a little bit. Last scoring came from Martinsville in the top of the 3rd. Smith will look right over at the runner. Now the pitch here, and that one misses up and away. So the count quickly even here. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Top of the order, Chase Dawson in the on-deck circle for 2 tonight. 2-2 pitch on its way, and that one is swung on and missed. Strike 3. And that'll be the first out of the inning. So for Cody Smith on the season, that'll be strikeout number 16. This is his 14th appearance of the summer. So that'll bring up Chase Dawson, the second baseman, is grounded out to third, flied out to center. Lefty-lefty matchup here. Couple looks by Smith. Still waits. Still waits. Still waits. Still waits. Now pitches. Almost ran out of time there on the time glass. So they count 1-0. 1 away, runner at first. The batter is Dawson. Here's the 1-0. That's in there for a count strike. So for the Mustangs, they've had at least one base runner on in every inning besides the second inning tonight. That was a 1-2-3 inning for Gary Watkins. Smith, a couple looks over the runner at first. Now the pitch here, and that one misses inside. So the count 2-1. Good fastball there from Cody Smith. Sharon was chatting a little bit there with the home plate umpire. Try to get a gauge on where that one was. So we're trying to figure out the zone there. Pitch here, that one right down the middle. Having hustle back to first was Brule. He got a little too far off of first there. So the count even now 2-2. So the count even here with 1 away in the top of the 5th inning. Tied 4-4 here at Stuart Fleming Stadium. Game number 2. Doubleheader. Here's the pitch, and that one is swung on and missed. Held on to by Sharon. And that's back-to-back strikeouts for Cody Smith. So that'll bring up cross factor. 0 for 2 in the game, has grounded out to first and has popped up to Brooks at third in foul territory. So another left-handed batter makes his way up to the plate for the Mustangs. Smith hit the first batter that he faced in Brule. Strikeouts to both Lorenzini and Dawson. Starts out the count 1-0 here to cross factor. Jacob Sharon will get ready to go back through the sides. Faiza holds the runner on at first. Here's the 1-0 pitch, and that'll be in there for a called strike. Good fastball there from Cody Smith. Smith tossing in his final go-around. Second year with the Tobs. Pitched his senior season this year at Chowan. 1-1 is swung on, fouled right back. As Cody Smith playing for Tobs head coach. Brian Hill is an assistant at Chowan. Players allowed to play for their coaches if they are on a CPL staff, if they have exhausted all of their NCAA eligibility, which Cody Smith has done. And this one is waved at and missed for strike 3, and the Tobs won't have to toss it down. So Cody Smith strikes out Lorenzini, Dawson, and Factor after hitting Brule. And we will go to the bottom of the 5th as we are tied 4-4 here at historic Fleming Stadium in game number 2. Top's going to try to see if they can get things back going offensively. They've went cold since the bottom of the second inning after the RBI single from Jacob Nestor. It's Greg Lieben has struck out each of the last 7 batters, including striking out the side in the 3rd and 4th innings. And we'll see if Brenton Doyle can be the player to turn around for the Tobs. It'll be Doyle, Faizo, and Dean here in the bottom of the 5th, scheduled for 7 innings. Give you an updated look here at the Coastal Plain League out-of-town scoreboard. Bottom of the 8th inning, Morehead City has cut the Edenton lead in half. Edenton up 6-3. Bottom of the 6th inning, Florence leading Savannah 3-2. Top of the 9th inning at High Point Thomas for the High Toms, a 7-3 lead over Forest City. Top of the 8th inning, Gastonia leads Ashboro at home 4-1. Bottom of the 8th inning, Lexington County has come back to take another lead against Macon. It's now 10-8. And then top of the 8th inning, Peninsula leading Fayetteville at home 2-1. And Holly Springs and Wilmington postponed here tonight, as the Tobs picked up a win in game number 1, 3-0. Let's look at your Coastal Plain League out-of-town scoreboard. So Brenton Doyle will step in to lead things off. As Doyle in this game is 1 for 2, singled and scored a run in the first inning, but then popped up to the second baseman Dawson. He was the first batter to face leading back in the second inning. Skies the first pitch here, and that one will get out of play over into the beer garden. Well, that could have been a quick one pitch out for Greg Lieben. Now the home plate umpire will tidy up home plate a little bit and then make his way back behind the catcher, Nick Ciandro. So the count 0-1. And now the home plate umpire appears that he's going to ask the bat boy to make his way into the dugout. So the count 0-1. Here's the offering. And that one swung on by Doyle down the right field line, and that one is going to drop foul. Morganson was giving it a run. And so the count will be 0-2. That's probably the best swing that any of the Tobs batters have gotten against Greg Lieben. And so the count will be 0-2. Brenton Doyle trying to turn around Tobs' fortunes against the Martinsville bullpen. 0-2 offering on its way, and that one is in the dirt. Are they going to check to see if he offered at it? And the umpire first says they did not. So the count, a ball and 2 strikes. Greg Lieben trying to strike out his 8th consecutive batter. Here's the 1-2, and that's going to miss inside. And the count now 2-2. Looking at these strikeouts, I almost feel like I'm playing MLB The Show. Here. 7 strikeouts in a row for Lieben. Fastball's been electric here tonight. Just no boogie-woogie from the Tobs. Here's the 2-2, and that one's low and away. The count now full 3-2. So Brenton Doyle trying to become a leadoff base runner for the Tobs. Here in the bottom of the 5th. Doyle awaits the payoff pitch. That one is swung on, and that one's fouled out of play, first base side. Nice job here by Brenton Doyle. Starting off for the bottom of the 5th inning. Ben Fazo in the on-deck circle. He's 1 for 2. And then Caleb Dean. Catcher Sandro goes to the sides. Payoff pitch on its way, and that one is low, ball 4. And so Brenton Doyle will get on base, and that breaks up a string of 7 consecutive batters that were struck out and 9 consecutive batters retired by Greg Lieben. So a really nice job by Brenton Doyle. So that'll bring up Ben Fazo. He is 1 for 2 tonight with an RBI single. Singled against the starter, Michael Byrne. Popped up to Lorenzini, the shortstop, his first time up against Lieben. First pitch here, going to miss over into the left-handed batter's box. Good take there by Fazo. So Brenton Doyle leads off at first, the leadoff walk. Top's first base runner since Jacob Nestor back in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Here's the 1-0. It's by the catcher. Brenton Doyle went down to 2nd as he was prepared just to be safely at 2nd. Didn't know that the baseball had got by the catcher, Sandro. So still on base there for Brenton Doyle. As he's down to 2nd. So for Brenton Doyle, that'll be stolen base number 11 of the season. Pitch here misses up in the zone, and the count is now 3-0. So Fazo trying to become a 2nd consecutive runner to reach against Greg Lieben. Bullpen going to start getting going for the Mustangs down the right field line. 3-0 count coming here to Fazo. And that one will be in there for a strike. Doyle heads back to 2nd. So Brenton Doyle now 11 for 13 in stolen bases this year. Tied 4-4 here in the bottom of the 5th inning. 3-1 pitch is swung on. Hit out to left field. Going back for it, Harris. He's at the wall. And that one is out of here. Tied no more. Ben Fazo clears the wall and left. And the Tobs lead 6-4. A pair of runs powered by Greenlight. And that was a Beth Helms with Our Town Properties blast thanks to Ben Fazo. As Fazo finally breaks the code against Greg Lieben. So Fazo with his first home run of the season, RBIs number 10 and 11. And he has really just been swinging a hot bat as like, can we just like clone Ben Fazo and just put him a couple spots throughout the lineup? So that'll bring up Caleb Dean now as the Tobs have taken a 6-4 lead here at the bottom of the 5th inning. First pitch will miss for a ball to Caleb Dean. He's walked and struck out tonight. And now the count 2-0. Here to Caleb Dean. Sanders sets it behind the plate, and that one's going to miss, and the count now 3-0. So nobody out here for the Tobs in the bottom of the 5th inning, and after they were virtually unable to put the bat on the baseball against Greg Lieben, a walk worked by Brenton Doyle broke up that string, and then Ben Fazo left the ballpark. And now a pitch here goes all the way to the backstop, and Caleb Dean is on base. So that's 2 walks in the inning now for Lieben. And that will bring up Colby Warren. Warren has walked tonight, brought in a run, and also struck out swinging. And so as we get set here, Colby Warren will make his way up. He's ready to go. Caleb Dean leads off at first. Still nobody out here, bottom of the 5th inning. This one misses up in the zone. Tobs now leads 6-4. Ben Fazo, his first home run of the season. He extended his hitting streak in game number 1 to 8 games, then extended it to 9 games here with an RBI single back in the 1st. And then the 2-run shot here in the 5th. So he has 3 RBIs tonight. RBIs number 9, 10, and 11. 1-0 pitch coming into Colby Warren. And that's going to be inside. Actually, don't call strike, so catches the inside part of the plate. Warren had backed off the plate. Still got the call from the home plate umpire. They'll hold the runner, Caleb Dean, out at first, Falk. And now they throw over, and they don't have Dean picked off. He was able to get back. Jockeying off the bag. Lieben decided to toss it over. So the count 1-1 to the batter, Colby Warren at the plate. Nobody out. Here's the pitch, and that one is up and away. There's Caleb Dean drawing the attention here of the Martinsville Mustangs fielders. As that time, Ciandro came up looking like he was going to throw down. Now the count 2-1. And now Lieben going to step off. Caleb Dean very active over at first base. Here's the 2-1. That one's up and in, and the count now 3-1. Now it looks like a completely different Greg Lieben on the mound for the Martinsville Mustangs. So here's the 3-1 pitch. And that one misses up, ball 4. So Lieben has now walked 3 batters in the inning. As Colby Warren has worked his second walk tonight. He heads down to first. Caleb Dean will go down to second. And that's going to bring a mound visit here. That is probably going to be the end of the line for Greg Lieben, who now sits on the hook for this game despite striking out 8 consecutive Wilson Tobs batters. See if the baseball is taken out of his hand here. He still has it. As they talk things over in the field. While we have the chance, I'd like to thank our exclusive partners at Wilson Tobs Baseball, Thomas Law Attorneys, Greenlight, and Merge Ortho. Also send a special shout out to French West Vaughan and C by Train. And Travel Easy is 1-2-3. Home plate umpire now going to come out. And now they'll make the call down to the bullpen, so we will have a pitching change. As that will be the end of the line for Greg Lieben. And that's just how baseball goes sometimes. He struck out 7 batters in a row after striking out Caleb Dean to end the second inning. He struck out the side in the third and fourth innings. So far here in the 5th innings, he's walked Doyle, gave it the 2-run home run to Fazo, walked Dean, and walked Warren. And so the new pitcher will be number 35, Charles Hasty. He is a junior right-hander from Wayne State College from Plattsmouth, New England. And he will face Jacob Strawn. With runners on first and second here and nobody out for the Tobs. They've already upped their lead to 6-4 after Ben Fazo untied it with his 2-run shot. Is that home run from Fazo. His first of the season. And for the Tobs, it's their 17th home run of the season as a team. Numbers on the season for Hasty. As this will be his 10th appearance. He has a 1-0 record. 8 1/3 innings pitched, 13 hits, 9 runs, 6 of those earned, 7 strikeouts, 5 walks, an ERA of 6.48. Will face Jacob Sharon, who's popped up and struck out looking. Righty-righty matchup, as this one is swung out and missed by Sharon. Hasty will be the third pitcher of the night. And this one I call it strikeout in the outer half of the plate. So Sharon quickly behind the count, 0-2. Drew Brooks in the on-deck circle. Dean leads off second, Warren at first. And now the 0-2 going to be slow and away. 3 walks in this inning for Greg Lieben. Here's the 1-2, and that one misses. So the count even out 2-2. Sharon has taken 2 very close pitches to see this count get evened up. And this one inside almost caught him on the left elbow. So the count now full. Sharon going to see if he can potentially work the 4th walk of the inning for the Tobs. Hasty gets set to deliver the 3-2, and that's right down the middle for a called strike 3. Sharon couldn't swing at the pitch. So with 1 away, that'll bring up Drew Brooks. So Drew Brooks will step into the left-handed batter's box. Brooks has been hit by a pitch tonight, advanced out a pair of wild pitches, and also struck out swinging. And he swings and misses the first pitch here from Charles Hasty. Hasty sets and delivers. That one will miss up at the zone. Michael Burns started tonight. He did not make it through the second inning as he tossed an inning plus. The 1-1 is swung out and missed by Drew Brooks. The count now 1-2. And then Lieben came on. He got all 3 outs in the second inning. And then all 3 outs in the third and fourth innings. So 3+ innings for him. And this one is swung on and missed. And so now back-to-back strikeouts for Charles Hasty. And just like that, it went from runners at first and second, nobody out, to now runners at first and second, and 2 outs. And so that'll bring up Matt McCourt. He went 0 for 1 with a walk, a run scored, and a stolen base against the starter, Michael Byrne. And then 0 for 1 with a strikeout against Greg Lieben. As the first pitch here is a strike. That one drops in there from Charles Hasty. Runners take their leads from first and second. Here's the 0-1. That one is swung out and missed by McCourt. That one low and inside. So Charles Hasty trying to see if he can strike out all 3 batters after coming in with no outs. Here's the pitch, and that one swung out and missed, and Hasty does just that. He strikes out Sharon, Brooks, and McCourt. And the Tobs will leave runners on first and second after they had nobody out. But the 2-run home run from Ben Fazo gives the Tobs a 6-4 lead.
From our family to yours, we promise the best quality in our Scott Farm sweet potato products.
Whether served as healthy wedges or crunchy chips, we take pride in serving our community and our country.
Locally grown and hand-picked, our chips provide the perfect choice for your game day snacks.
Whether hitting a home run or cheering on the sidelines, Our products ensure a healthy snack nearly everyone will enjoy.
You're always safe at home with Scott Farms.
Have a chance to give back to the community. It's a special day.
I just had the opportunity to help a mother and her 3 children move into a home.
So Mobile Mini is actually more than just the leader in secure storage and office rentals. We are a community player.
Giving back is one of Mobile Mini's core values. It's something that's ingrained in us.
I take pride in knowing that my efforts in the community is helping to make someone's life better.
Wilson is leading, showing that you can build a vibrant place in a small town.
One thing Wilson's really focused on is becoming a center of innovation.
We are creating an innovation zone in our downtown, which will be the epicenter for our community of inclusive innovation.
And when you have people all over the world to come to Wilson and talk about how did you guys do this? What did you do?
People in Wilson are really excited about what's happening here.
Well, what's at stake for Wilson is its economic future.
Wilson has the courage and the vision to control its own destiny.
Wilson is the leader and will be the leader for this new fiber age that we have, and we're excited about it.
From Danny Cody, but then his lead off for the last 2. Here's his 2-2, and that one swung on. Head out to right, ranging in and making the catch will be Carson Freeman for the first down. So that'll bring up the first baseman, Josh Falk, after the fly ball to right field from Raro Harris. New pitcher in this inning is Danny Cody for the Tobs out of Baldwin Wallace. Takes over for Cody Smith, who worked a scoreless 5th inning. And the first pitch here swung in and missed by Josh Falk. 2-run home run back in the first, grounded out to Thazo in the 3rd inning. Danny Cody making his 14th relief appearance of the summer. And this one in there for a called strike 2. Cody a 5.17 ERA, a 3-0 record. Now 16 innings tossed. 20 hits, 10 runs, 9 earned, 23 strikeouts, 6 walks. And gets this one into the glove of Sharon. That's going to be strike 3. And another Edward Jones, Chris Collins strikeout. So that will be the first of the game for Danny Cody. And on the season, that'll be strikeout number 24. So 2 big outs here for Danny Cody, and that'll bring up Parker Chavers. 1 for 2 tonight, a single and a fly to left. As the pitch here will miss, so the count starts off 1-0. So now 7 strikeouts for Tobs pitching here tonight. And this one is going to be tipped into the glove of Sharon. The count evens up at all in a strike. Bobby Morganson in the on-deck circle for Martinsville. We work here in the top of the 6th inning, and this one is swung out and missed for strike 2. So Danny Cody potentially just a pitch away from getting through the 6th inning. We work in game 2 of a doubleheader. 1-2 pitch is going to be outside. Tobs won game 1 3-0. Combined shutout between Sean Dealey and Jared Gallagher. So now a 2-2 pitch from Danny Cody, and that one's in there. Strike 3. Parker Chavers again caught looking at the window but can't buy anything. And he's back to the dugout. And so Danny Cody strikes out back-to-back batters after getting the fly ball. And we will go to the bottom of the 6th inning. And so for the Tobs, they will have their 2, 3, and 4 batters, Freeman, Nestor, and Doyle. As Freeman in this game is 2 for 3, a double, an RBI single, and a strikeout swinging. As back out there for the Mustangs will be Charles Hasty, who struck out each of the 3 batters he faced after coming in. With runners on first and second and nobody out. Struck out Sharon, then Brooks and then McCourt. That was after Greg Lieben started the fifth inning, having struck out 7 Wilson batters in a row. Walked Doyle, saw him steal second, gave up the 2-run homer to Fazo, and then walked both Dean and Warren before handing over the baseball. And so we'll see what the Tobs can do here in the bottom of the 6th. Getting late here in game number 2 of our doubleheader. Tobs looking to try to complete the doubleheader sweep. As both teams have used 3 pitchers tonight. So that'll bring up Carson Freeman. So Freeman ready to go in the left-handed batter's box. Here's the pitch, and that one is swung on. Fouled back and out of play, third base side. So if you look here at the Coastal Plainly out-of-town scoreboard, and final scores to pass along. The 0-1 pitch right in there for a called strike 2. Carson Freeman trying to lead off the inning by getting on base. Pokes at this one down the third base line. Brule gives it a look, but that one's out of play. Freeman hasn't been on since the second inning. The final score from Edenton tonight as the Steamers knock off Morehead City by a score of 6-3. Pitch chopped here to second. Gloved by Dawson. His throw to first is in time. So that'll be the first out of the inning. And that'll bring up Jacob Nestor. Nestor struck out looking, grounded out, an RBI single in the second. That at the time gave the Tobs a 4-2 lead. So final, Edenton picks up a 6-3 win against Morehead City. Bottom of the 7th inning, all tied now between Savannah and Florence at 3. Pitch here going to miss low and away. Top of the 8th inning, Gastonia leads Ashboro at home 4-3. Top of the 9th, Lexington County trying to close out Macon. They lead 10-8. And then top of the 9th, Peninsula leads 3-1. This one hit back. Harris just shy of the track. Looking up, he'll make the catch, despite it being given a ride by Jacob Nestor. And there's 2 away. So top of the 9th, Peninsula leading Fayetteville 3-1. And then Holly Springs and Wilmington earlier postponed. So that'll bring in Brenton Doyle. Has a single, a pop-up, and a walk. Has scored 2 runs tonight. Worked that nice walk to lead off the 5th inning against Greg Lieben. And a strike call there. He broke up the string of 7 straight batters that were struck out by Lieben. 9 in a row that were retired by him. Here's the 0-1. That'll miss up and in. Ben Fazo in the on-deck circle, hoping he can get a chance to bat here. In the bottom of the 6th. The 1-1 is swung on. Out to center, and he will. That one is going to be a 2-out single from Brenton Doyle. And so Doyle has his second hit of the night, and that'll bring up Ben Fazo. Fazo had the 2-run shot that gave the Tobs a 6-4 lead. And so that'll bring the catcher, Sandro, out to have a chat with Byrne. So 2 away here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Tobs a 2-out runner. Trying to add some insurance here to their 6-4 lead with the top of the 7th looming. Hasty will set on the mound and deliver, and that one is a strikeout in the outer half. Six runs, 7 hits, no errors for the Tobs. 4 runs, 3 hits, no errors for the Mustangs. As a throw over to first here to check Doyle. Stole second back at the 5th inning on a pitch that got by Sandro. He was unable to try to make a look for third as he was just content with going into second. Swing and a miss here from Fazo and a pitch on the outer half. So Fazo left to try to come from behind in the count. Caleb Dean in the on-deck circle. Walked in his last at bat. 0-2 pitch from Hasty is swung on and missed. Actually fouled off. Looked like he not made contact with that, but so the bat will stay alive. So the count remains 0-2. Hasty will try it again. Another pitch, and that one is swung on and missed by Fazo for strike 3. As off and running was Brenton Doyle, but it won't matter. So we go to the top of the 7th. Tobs going to try to close it out here at historic Fleming Stadium, as we'll send this one to a final timeout as you're watching Wilson Tobs Baseball here at CPLBaseball.tv.
So what makes Mobile Mini the most secure choice for portable storage? It's our all-steel construction, patented tri-cam locking system, and container guard locks that come together to provide the most secure portable storage solution in the business. Our standard containers combine exceptional security with excellent value, utilizing exterior locking bars for access and may require an extra hand. This system is ideal for construction situations where access is infrequent. For even greater ease and convenience, our premium container delivers Mobile Mini's superior security with our easy access design. Doors easily open with one hand, making it ideal for frequent retail or commercial use. Whichever way you go, you can't go wrong. Locking in the superior quality, security, and convenience of Mobile Mini.
From our family to yours, we promise the best quality in our Scott Farm sweet potato products.
Whether served as healthy wedges or crunchy chips, we take pride in serving our community and our country.
Locally grown and hand-picked, our chips provide the perfect choice for your game day snack.
Whether hitting a home run or cheering on the sidelines, our products ensure a healthy snack nearly everyone will enjoy.
You're always safe at home with Scott Farms.
And as we get set here for the top of the 7th inning, we'll see the Tobs closer, Luis Acosta, get ready to go. As Acosta, a junior right-hander from Texas Rio Grande Valley out of Brownsville, Texas. Acosta on the year, a 1.53 ERA, a 3-2 record. This will be his 15th appearance of the season, all in relief. He has 3 saves, has worked 17 2/3 innings, 9 hits, 9 runs, 3 of those earned, 20 strikeouts to 3 walks. As the pitch here will miss low for a ball. As leading things off here in the top of the 7th, it'll be the right fielder Bobby Morganson. And this one's going to miss. The count is now 2-0. Morganson has struck out twice tonight. Both of those were against the starter, Gary Watkins. This one now fouled back out of play. So here in the 7th, it'll be Morganson, Ciandro, and Brule, barring any pinch hitters. Tobs lead 6-4 after the 2-run home run in the bottom of the 5th from Ben Fazo. The offering from Acosta is going to miss low and inside. The count is now 3-1. Here to the right fielder, Bobby Morganson. The 3-1. That one swung on. And that one is hit back out to center. As Morganson got too good of a 3-1 pitch. And so that'll be a leadoff single. 4th hit of the game for Martinsville. So that'll bring up the catcher, Nick Ciandro. 0 for 2 in this game. A strikeout and a ground out to the pitcher. That was Gary Watkins back in the 2nd inning. So for Acosta, that is the 10th hit that he's given up this season. This one swung on and missed. Good biting action to that one. Work here in the top of the 7th inning. Game number 2 of a doubleheader. Tobs trying to complete the sweep of the Martinsville Mustangs. The 0-1 pitch is going to be in the dirt. Nice job by Sharon to glove that one. As the count will even up. Tobs looking actually to try to go to 4-0 in doubleheaders against the Mustangs here at Stuart Fleming Stadium this year. Swept the first doubleheader between these two teams. The 1-1 pitch, that'll be in there for a called strike 2. Paints the outside corner. Runner leads off at first. Morganson picked up the leadoff single off the 3-1 pitch. Acosta looks in, delivers, and that one is in there. Called strike 3. And that will be the first out of the inning. Strikeout number 21 of the season for Acosta. So the first pitch getting set here to the third baseman, Sage Brule. Brule in the left-handed batter's box watches the first pitch, called for a strike. We work here on the top of the 7th inning. Sharon gives the signs. There's the pitch, and that one inside. As the home crowd not happy with the no call there. Wanted that to be strike 2. So the count evens up. Here's the pitch. That one is going to be in there for a called strike. Able to move the spot in just a couple more inches. Morganson will get into his lead at first, being held on by Fazo. Here's the 1-2, and that one is swung at and missed. And so that will be the second out of the inning, and that's strikeout number 10 for Tobs pitching tonight. So that strikeout, all fans in attendance tonight, if they hold on to their tickets, take it to Westview Lanes, they will get a free game of bowling. That is the 6th time this season that the Tobs pitchers have done that. So now the batter will be the shortstop, Jake Lorenzini. Takes the first pitch for a called strike. Lorenzini has struck out and walked tonight. He scored in the 3rd inning. Here's the 0-1 on its way. And that one's in there, called strike 2. So Acosta just one pitch away from closing the book on this doubleheader sweep for the Tobs against the Mustangs. Leading off first is Morganson. Here's the pitch, and that one is going to miss. They tried to frame the corner. So we'll have to try it again. A 1-2 pitch. Here's the offering. That one skied in the air, but that one quickly got out of play right over top of us in the grandstand. So the count will hold. See if we can get you any more final scores to pass along. As we do a final, Peninsula picks up a 3-1 win against Fayetteville at home. Also, Lexington County defeats Macon 10-8. 1-2 pitch from Acosta is swung on right back at Acosta. He's just going to run this over and toss. Game over. Tobs win. 6-4 the final as the 2-run home run from Ben Fazo in the 5th inning the difference. As the Tobs have now won each of their first 7 games to start the second half. As they are 7-0, they improve their overall record to 17-14. For the Mustangs, they'll drop to 5-5 in the second half, and they are now 16-19 overall on the season. As Luis Acosta will pick up his 4th save of the summer. As the Tobs able to get saves in both ends of the doubleheader. Get you a look here at our pitching decisions as Cody Smith will pick up win number 1 of the season. And despite striking out 7 batters and retiring at 1.9 in a row, Greg Lieben going to get the loss in this one. He falls to 0-2. And then the save will go to Acosta. That's number 4. So the final score here in game number 2, it's a 6-4 win for the Tobs. They pick a win of 3-0 in game number 1. So for the Tobs, they will be on the road tomorrow night, as the Tobs will be at Fayetteville, 7:05 p.m. first pitch, as we'll have an audio broadcast for you from Fayetteville. And then on Saturday night, the Tobs are at Edenton. We'll have another audio broadcast from there as well. So we hope that you'll tune in tomorrow night at 7:05 and then Saturday night at 7 o'clock. Tobs look to try to keep the 7-game winning streak alive and keep their big run to start the second half off, and hopefully they'll push towards an appearance in the 2018 Petticup playoffs here in the Coastal Plain League. So that'll do it for us here tonight. For Doug Page and everybody along with the Wilson Tobs, we thank you for tuning in tonight. Tobs pick up 2 here against the Martinsville Mustangs. As that'll do it. So long, and have a great night from North Carolina.
From our family to yours, we promise the best quality in our Scott Farm sweet potato products.
Whether served as healthy wedges or crunchy chips, we take pride in serving our community and our country.
Locally grown and hand-picked, our chips provide the perfect choice for your game day snacks.
Whether hitting a home run or cheering on the sidelines, our products ensure a healthy snack nearly everyone will enjoy.
You're always safe at home with Scott Farm.